Welcome to Mr. Wilson Live. This is, of course, an exclusive. It is meant for the subscribers this evening, so I do encourage everyone to come on board and let's have a good time for the rest of the week. So if you are not a subscriber, you're not going to be able to see this show. If you're not a subscriber, I don't think you even will be able to comment. The show is meant exclusively for subscribers. So if you're not a subscriber, you really want to watch the show, you really enjoy what we do, this week might be the time that you will definitely have to tap into subscription in order to see what we have to offer. So please be reminded, you will not be able to see the show unless you're a subscriber. All right? We know the numbers will go down, but you have to understand that we have some things that we just have to take care of. We are building a brand. So for this week only, the lives that we're going to be having, it is only for our subscribers. This week only, the lives that we're going to be having, it is only for the subscribers. So if you're not a subscriber, you are not going to be able to see the show. Might I remind us, if you are not a subscriber, you are not going to be able to see this week's show. So I suggest strongly that if you like what we do here, you come on over, subscribe. If you don't like what we do, then it's fine. We do appreciate that fact that not everyone will like what we do. So you can just pretty much continue to enjoy yourself at your favorite place. Now, this evening is a little strange even. You're seeing Anai right in front of me. Anna is going to be here for the entire show. He's going to be popping out and popping in. But of course, I am the babysitter this evening. So Anna is going to be right exactly where I am. So forgive me for that. Another thing is that I would have looked at all right, great. I would have looked at some past papers. I didn't even know I had so many past papers. And I think I found about 20 years worth of HSB past paper. That was a little startling to me because I was of the opinion that I had about 5 or 6. Now, with that said, I have been getting a whole lot of stuff in the comments. I want to say this. I know that these are not subscribers. The persons who are saying all this stuff, I know they are not subscribers. But I just want to help them. All right. We try here to assist students, to assist teachers, to assist learners, to assist persons who want the help. We are cognizant of the fact that we don't have the best computer, we don't have the best software, we don't have the best lighting, we don't have the best microphone, and we don't have a lot of things that are the best. But what we know is that the content that we provide is among the best. So we suggest to persons who come on the platform, yes, we know we have all these limitations. But when you spam me these messages, I have to read, and the intent is that I'm reading and trying to respond to everybody. Now, if you are sending me a message that I don't need to read, and they keep coming in the hundreds or coming in whatever number, then pretty soon I'm not going to be reading any message because it's going to be a waste of my time. So I'm going to ask persons, if you come on, yes, we have limitation. We know we have limitation. The only way we can fix the limitation that persons complain about is if we have money. We don't have the money, but still we are going. There are some persons that despite the limitation, they continue to be with us and continue to navigate their way in finding what they want, right? And we appreciate that. We also appreciate the comments or complaint from those who complain about the quality, but that is what we have and that is what we can offer now. We are hoping that in the near future that will change, but we're trying our best to assist. This is not a paid journey, right? But we continue to do our best. So, with that said, another comment that came in is that if we're going to be showing the past papers on the screen, we need to just share this with the subscriber that they understand how this operates. If we're supposed to share it with you on screen, while we're preparing for the paper 2 exam, we were using a trial version of a software. We would have exhausted the trial period. Like I said, we got a letter from the software provider that we are among 5% of the world's population who would have streamed as much as we do. Now, in order for us to continue to show you those papers, we would have to find $20,000 out of our kitty to pay a software company to allow us to show you on the screen. We don't have that sort of money because we don't generate any money around here. What we have done some research. I'm not too sure why James said paper one. That's what we want to do this evening. What we have done, however, is that we have sought to find a replacement substitute for a trial period, which will last for 7 days. We don't think that it is prudent to start with that trial version today, because when we are closer to the exam and we really need to knot up some stuff, we want to use the software there and then. So hopefully by about Tuesday or Wednesday thereabout, we will try to use a different demo software. Now, hopefully, if we rake in the revenue, if we can get the revenue, then we'll definitely have the things share on screen permanently. But we really can't find 20,000 Jamaican dollar right now to give away, right? We are giving away time, we're giving away content. Just assist and be grateful, as we are very happy to carry it to you. Great. So I've been seeing a lot of things, and when I came on the first time, I saw something that was of great interest to me. I still have it on screen. I think somebody was asking about what is the percentage from each paper. When I saw that, I said that this is a student I want to teach, because it's a student who have a clear idea as to where they want to go and what it needs to get there. So immediately I know that that information is pretty much right in the front of the syllabus. So I popped on over and I opened the syllabus. So I'm going to be asking you now just to get your pen and pencil and let us see if we can do this maths. For paper one, when you did the exam, you would have had the opportunity of getting 60 mark. That 60 mark is called a raw score. So somebody type 60 in the chat for me and type raw. Now, from that 60 mark, you are going to get 40%. So that 60 mark has a percentage value of 40%. That 60 mark has a percentage value. That 60 raw mark has a percentage value of 40%. Just let me see, check to see, make sure that we're doing well. All right, so 60% raw. Now it has a value of 40%. Great, we're doing well. All right, so let me go right back into this now and tell you the other part. Now, the paper two, the raw score for the paper two is 90 marks. So you could have obtained a total of 90 in the exam. Great. Now that 90 mark is skewed to 60%. That 90 mark is skewed to 60%. All right? Which would have made it a total of 100% or 150 raw marks. Do we understand that? So from the paper, you could do your calculation to say, okay, if your raw score is going to be, I'm coming over to look at the screen, and I am not a mathematician. I have on the numbers I know is the number on the gas pump, how much the gas costs. I don't even know how to calculate the paper. All right, great. But so let us see if we can do this calculation now. Not to scare you, but I saw somebody asking, and I'm going to give you the maths. So suppose you got 60 out of 90. 60 out of 90. So you are going to put 60 over 90 times 60 over 1. Now we're looking at paper 2. So 60 upon 90 multiply by 60 upon 1. I think you could do it that way and get it. Tell me what you get as the mark. What are you getting now as the percentage? I think you could do that shortcut way and get it. I'm not too sure. I really don't remember. So 60 upon 90, yes, times 60 upon 1. What do you get for that? So you get 40. So that means you would have earned 40%. Right? That means you would have earned 40%. That is what we want to calculate. So the 60% that you would have earned from paper. Remember, I'm no mathematician now, so if a formula is not right, don't kill me. Right? Don't kill me. Next time you see me, you just teach me. All right? So, for example, we are using this formula here. You would have gotten 40%. You would have secured 40% already out of the 60 you could have secured. Now, the multiple choice is coming up, and the multiple choice is going to give you 40% of the total marks. So paper 2 is supplying 60%, and paper 1 is supplying 40%. Are we cool with that? That can help you to figure out how much you need to score for paper 1. So for example, if you scored all 14 paper 1, you'd have gotten 80 out of 100. Right? So that would have been 80%. Now, as it were for the 1 and the 2s and the 3, I don't know that the 1 is all fixed in stone. What about the SB? Oh, so I was talking about HSB just now. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. You want me to do that calculation for bio as well? I could do it for bio as well. Not a bother. Now, as it were for the multiple choice. Now, I saw somebody ask, I think clarifying, I'm not too sure if it's a teacher or a student, whichever, it really doesn't matter, that the grade, if the highest grade is 60, then 60 would have been an A. I have heard that along the way. The truth is, I have no supporting literature to back it up, but I've heard it over the years that it is not that A must, 1 must be 100. 1 could be 90, 80, 60. I don't know. I've heard it. I don't know if there's any truth to it. I really don't know. But if there's truth to it, then you understand that sometimes some persons will be getting 1, sometimes it's of course going to be dependent on the high score. And I can tell you this. There's always somebody who is getting a very, very high score, and there's always somebody that is getting a very, very low score. So it might not be the best thing to bank our hopes on. And I, come, baby, come. Don't do that. That's rude. Sorry, guys. Remember, I told you that I am babysitting. I'll be back with you. All right, come. No trouble, please. You want to be a nice boy? Nice. Nice boy. All right, great. So, so you want me to look at the bio for you? Just before I go to the bio. So we have 58 persons here, and understandably so. If you're not a subscriber, you can't see the lives this week. I'm very, very sorry. To subscribe, it's free. All right, you don't have to pay to subscribe. So anybody could subscribe if you like what we do. If you don't like what we do, there's no point you come here and just misbehave and all of that. All right, so let me go to the next part now. I don't have any printed copy of the exam paper. I have no printed copy of the exam paper. So for me to read a question to you and show you the picture tonight, I would not be able to do that. But there's something I could do for you. I could send you the link to some past papers that we have, and I really don't want you to do some past papers. I will send a year past paper that I want you to do. You go through that. Of course, the questions are already answered. I don't know if you have the blanks, but I do hope that you do. If you don't have the blanks, just watch at your pace and see if you can reason the paper. One other thing you can do, you can pause the screen to answer the question. And it is not always true to say that what I have is correct. Probably the way you are it is different. Now, as soon as we have the opportunity where we can talk about a question, then we will talk about the question. But don't be mindful of the question being answered. When we answered the question, we were thinking that you would have had access to some of these papers that we don't have access to. Because the papers that we have are papers which were sent to us by students, right? So we're thinking that many students would have the paper. And for those who don't have the paper, you can work along. So while you're going through the paper, it doesn't mean that you should take what is there as gospel. What you have, what we would have selected, you should have used, you're supposed to use this as a guide and to gauge your response. So it's always fair for you to say, Mr. Wilson, I am not in agreement with this answer. Do you think we could use this, or could we use that type of a thing? And that will help us to even gauge our responses. All right. So remember, Mr. Wilson like to say, I am not the keeper of knowledge. I do make errors, but so far I think we are doing really, 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 really good. Really good. All right. So what I'm going to be doing for you, I like to give students 5 years worth of past paper. But for what it's worth, I think I'm going to be giving you more past papers. All right, you could send us a 2020 paper January. Whatever paper you have, just send it to us. Whether we have it already or not, it doesn't really matter. Once it comes, we comb through. If we have it already, it's fine. But just send it to us, that's fine. Don't worry whether or not we have it. All right, don't worry about that. Just send what you have. Send it. If it's from 1950, send it. All right, we're going through, we look at it. Sometimes we have to build a question bank to assist students as we're looking at things. All right, so we've been going a nice little time now talking about the exam. I am supposed to work the bio thing. So what I'm going to be doing for you, I think I might have 2015 or 16 bio paper one. I have quite HSB paper one. I am going to be sending you the link for that paper. You are going to the channel, everybody, to watch that paper, not another paper. Watch that paper. Why do I want the commonality? I want persons to watch the paper, and where there are divergent views, we can meet here and have a convergent, uh, don't do that, position on answers. All right. I think we have about 3 answers out of all the questions we've answered that are somewhat troubling. And where they are troubling, I think we would have in the description. So before you come back, if you see something that you're not sure about, go to the description because we would have made correction, change our position, provided updates, that type of thing in the description. So what I'm going to be doing, I know that a lot of students can't find these papers. So I am going to go to the back end of my channel, right? And we're going to be watching, if we have the 2015, we're going to be watching the 2015. But don't worry, we are going to be getting several papers from now until exam. I understand that one of the exam is on the 27th and one is on the 26th. You can just remind me which is on which day. All right, bio students who want to understand the calculation for the grades, I will treat with that later. As soon as I give the student their paper to go and watch, we will treat with that. Good day, good day. Hi Shania, how you doing? Big up yourself. All right. So remember, if your friends are supposed to be coming on to watch, just remind them that they are not going to be HSBs on the 26th, the first exam. Just Macmillan, how you doing? Just be reminded that if you're not a subscriber, you're not going to be able to see the marathon for this week. All right, and we're doing that to safeguard the persons who are here who want to learn. We have persons who come in and do all sorts of stuff. You would have seen them. So we're trying to safeguard persons and save time. Hmm? Mama, yeah, Mama will come soon. All right, great. All right, so I am trying to pull for you that thing now, and I'll send it to you. Yeah. All right, so we are going into. All right, just give me a second. I'm pulling your question for you, and then I'm going to pull that information for bio. If you are doing HSB, please be reminded that the multiple choice is 40% of your total grade, while paper 2 would have been 60% of your total grade. All right, and if you were following from we started looking at the syllabus some long time ago, we would have gone through that about September there, about when we looked at positioning ourselves to ace the exam. So I'm going to be looking for your paper now. The easiest place to find it if you go on my channel is to go to the playlist. When you go to the playlist, you would have seen a long list of papers there. And there, all right, so we're looking at playlist. And something came up. Just bear with me, guys. I am babysitting and teaching at the same time. Don't want to. So we're going to be using videos this evening because I have no software to share. and I don't have any printed paper to share, but I have enough content to share with those persons who are, okay, great. So we have the paper for June 2015. I'm going to be sending the paper for June 2015 for human and social biology. So that's how we're going to start it. All right, so you're going to get 2015 upward to 2020. And I will, at the end of the show, probably give you the 2020 that you have it for tomorrow morning, just in case you don't see me. All right? Just in case. All right, remember I am babysitting. Copy. All right, great. So this is a 2015 paper. It is answered. I'll just go through. Great. That's your function, Macmillan. Everybody should be sharing. All right, great. I greatly appreciate that. All right, so I would have sent the information for HSB. So the persons who are doing HSB this evening, you are going to be going through that 60 questions of the 60 questions. While you go to the 60 question, I hope you are using a computer so you don't have to close the live. If you have a concern, you can send it on over here, and the room, we will address it as we go along. All right, so you are going to be using the video this evening to answer your questions. The videos I have online, I am almost certain that it's the entire paper. But like I said, we don't have a resource like tonight to share a paper with you. So we are going to be doing this individual thing, and then we are going to meet back as a team. I don't want anybody to go to sleep. I start this marathon today, Monday, because I think next week, Monday and Tuesday will be exam. And I don't want to give you a 3-day worth of practice like we did the last time around. So we are trying now to capture both bio and HSB, giving you pretty much the same amount of time. We're starting Monday, and we're going to go every night at some morning straight up to exam. So HSB student, your content is online. And if you see anybody come on and ask what's happening, you can copy it and share. All right, great. So I am now going to be looking at the stuff for the biology student. Biology student had asked me to tell them about the calculation for the calculation for the exam. The students who did integrated science today, I should have gone and collected the paper, but I was like really busy, so I am not too sure what the paper was like. Is there anybody here who did the paper? Want to talk about the paper before you go to your next paper? All right, so we're pulling that information from the syllabus to assist you with the percentage so that you can better place yourself. Okay, Macmillan, you did integrated science? I didn't know that you did an INT. So you didn't tell us. I also shared your videos with my students. You know that I like to have teachers with me. When you come as a teacher, you must let me know that you're a teacher and you email me and that type of thing. I'm not trying to be the keeper of knowledge or steal anybody's students. I'm just trying to build the science across the Caribbean. So I'm not sure if that should be carton or that. I am really happy to have you. I really want the science community to come out. All right, so let me just see what's there. I'm grateful. Okay, what was it like? I also shared. Okay, great. So a lot of persons doing the work. Some teachers were saying that from 70% overall can be a grade one. Yes, remember we spoke about the grade one is not cast in stone. It depends on which year. So like this year, I think we're going to be getting a lot of grade one. Sir, I left a message today telling you it was more of HSB than my actual HSB exam paper. Oh, so it was more HSB. I think the exams were really reasonable, so I think that's why 60 would have done that because most person would be able to go in. But we know that we're going to be doing, like I said, we're going to be adding agriculture to what we deliver. We're going to be adding integrated science to what we deliver. We're going to be adding environmental science at CAPE to what we deliver. Because we know that a lot of HSD and bio students will be doing NV. So yes, I teach NV as well. So we're going to just add that. I don't know where I'm going to get the time or resource, and we need to get some assistance, so that will be sorted out. All right, so let me get back to your timetable, to your syllabus, sorry. Why are you doing that? Is it nice? What about that is nice? All right, bio students, I am looking for your marks allocation. All right, and I don't stop doing that, man. No, no, no. You're being a naughty boy. You're being a naughty boy. All right, so we have 6 years of past paper. I am almost confident for both biology and HSB. You want to start making use of those past paper from tonight. You want to double in. You want to write down. You want to challenge me. Challenge your teacher. Don't try to. I am not afraid of any teacher, you know. So when you're watching my past paper, ask the teacher to watch it as well. I am fine if a teacher said the thing is wrong. That is Mr. Wilson, has always been Mr. Wilson. All right, so let us look at, we're looking now at the bio paper. Are you with me? We're looking at the bio paper. So here now we'll have to do some maths again, and we'll have to talk about that maths. Paper one, your raw score, is it the raw score? No, it's a percentage. So paper one will supply 60%. Paper two, 100%. SBA, 40%. And that would give us our total raw percentage of 200. So let us go again. Paper one is going to give us a raw percentage of 60. Paper two will give us a raw percentage of 100. Paper three SBA, 40%. I hope I'm telling you the right thing. It says paper three, and then it says SBA. And then the total raw score there is going to be 200, and this 200 is scaled to 100%. This 200 is scaled to 100%. All right, I don't know if you can do that maths to see what is the actual percentage of the SBA. But the SBA would have been 40% of the 200. And remember, we're going to scale this 200 to actually 100. Make sense to anybody, or we need to do the maths? All right, so that said, I'll just recap one more time and then I'll give you your paper. All right, so table one, it says here that your paper number one contributes 60% of the raw score. Paper two, 100% of the raw score. SBA, 40% of the raw score. And then now you're going to be having that total raw score being 200, and the 200 is scaled to 100%. So that is what gives you your total score. So that is why when you get that SBA, you want to score that full 40 mark, full 40%, full 40%. You really want to score that full 40%. And the SBA itself is marked out at 90. And then it is scaled to 40% of this. So you really want to get full marks to ensure that you are doing well. Let me just come back on over. and I'll read the comments. All right, so I am going to post the HSB again. So for those persons who are doing HSB, that's a paper that you are going to be doing this evening. Let me do the bio students now. Bio students, I'm coming with your link. All right, great. So here we are. All right, so the intent is that tonight you are only going to focus on 2015 paper. I'm going to walk you through, for those persons who don't know, what is expected of you as you go through social biology. As you go through the paper. Biology 2012, biology 2013, biology 2014. Stop that. Just be nice, all right? All right, great. So I am not too certain, but I'm not seeing 2015 biology here. So I am going to be giving you the 2014. I'm going to be giving you 2014, which means that I have to get that one up here. So bio students, you are going to be doing the 2014. Hopefully we'll be able to give you the 2015 tomorrow or some other paper. We'll have a paper to give you, no need to worry. All right, so this is a link now for bio students. The students who are doing bio, that's your link. All right, great. So what you're going to be doing, the bio students, you are doing 2014 past paper. It is all worked and explained on the channel. You're going to be using your textbook to guide you. If there's something that you're not in agreement with, please feel free to comment in the chat and we will look at it. We are always open and willing to take feedback from both teachers and students, even if we think it is right. We're not one of that set of persons who say, no, that's what it is. If that is what it is, that is what it is, but we are open for a dialogue. So don't be afraid to ask us or to challenge what we have there. All right? Great. So when you're watching it, feel free to challenge it. Good evening, everyone. I will do a roll call sometime. All right, so I think we have more HSB video on the channel than bio, but no need to worry. We have the bio papers and we'll get them up. I will work them online. What's wrong? Oh, what time we're ending tonight? All right, being that I am not going to be the person who's going to control the pace of your learning tonight, it's going to be controlled by you, the HSB student. You are doing the 2015, and the bio student, you are doing the 2014. It is as soon as you are comfortable. But if I were to give you a lead on tonight's study, we go from 7 to 10, whether I'm going by myself or I'm going with you, because you want to go over that paper and be comfortable with what is there. I don't want anybody to be going through the paper and say, oh, A is the answer for question number 1. Oh, B is the answer for question number 2. I want you to understand why that is the answer for the particular question. So our study time is from 7 to 10, and you are going to manage that time in your space. All right? Please manage it in your space. We want to ace this exam. All right? Feel free to call your teacher and have your teacher look at the paper with you just the same. That's fine. All right? If you have to come off live and do the paper, that's fine. Just make sure that you're studying tonight using the paper. That's fine. Do what you have to do to ensure that you have the information. We are preparing you for the exam, not so much for the live. All right, great. I think it's all the time. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. Douglas, I'm not too sure what you're saying. Douglas is a long timer as well. Okay, I think it's all the time. So I missed something. Where did I miss that? I would have to. Okay, great. Sir, is it true that plants only respire at night? No, that is not true, Douglas. Douglas, I'm answering to you now. We have a lab on that. We haven't placed it on the channel as yet, but we did a lab last year. We have an animation to this. And we did a class on this on photorespiration. Plants respire all the time. Like all organisms, they respire all the time. However, the rate of photosynthesis in the day is greater than the rate of respiration. The reverse is true at night. At night, the rate of respiration is greater than the rate of photosynthesis. And I think you can see that it is making more food in the day and it's pretty much using that food up in the night. Hence the reason, and that's a common multiple choice question on the CSEC paper for both HSB and bio. That question is a common question for both biology and HSB. And the truth is, that is one of the limitations why you would not want to have a plant, like a real plant, in your bedroom at night, because you'll be competing with that plant for the oxygen, as the plant needs that oxygen for the process of respiration. All right, great. Hi, my friend from Barbados. Welcome to the show. I do hope you know what's tonight's task. We have two tasks. We have a 2014 paper. We've sent the link for the bio student and a 2015 paper for the HSB student. I'll be babysitting all night, and I will be here every now and then making some noise. Then you hop down, walk around, come on back up. But he's going to be with me for the entire week. He's going to be here with me as a presenter, presenting noise, of course. You got 38 out of 40 in the SBA. So you are saying that, sir, I wanted to work that out now to tell me what percentage that is. I could do that, but I'd prefer to do it in Excel for everything that if you put it in, it does automate. That could work. That's not a problem. I am one of those Excel. I can handle myself a little way in Excel. Not an IT teacher, but I can do my thing. Yes, plant respire at night and photosynthesize in the day. Plant respire all the time. Respiration is a characteristic of living things. So if it's a characteristic of living things and it has to keep you alive, they are always respiring. So it's not about day or night. And be careful with this day and night and photosynthesis. Because if a plant has light in the night, it will carry out photosynthesis. Remember, that is what it needs for photosynthesis. Light. Light's a driving factor, a key factor for photosynthesis. Forgive me, Anna is a cuddly baby sometimes. All right? I can't put him down unless you want a war. All right? Yes, plant respire at night and photosynthesize in the suspense. We want to look at that. Be careful and make sure that we understand that question. When we talk about night and day, as it were, with the question, it is like in the forest. There's no light, so it is night. But if it's in a shade house, a greenhouse, where they are really producing and using light and carbon dioxide and all of that, they'll carry out photosynthesis in the night, providing that there's light. All right? Let me move on down. That's why plant taking oxygen at night, because it is the gas needed or used for respiration. Also be reminded that the plant is producing its own oxygen, so it would have used some of that oxygen and of course discharged some of the oxygen. So while it is taking in oxygen, it has some oxygen for itself just the same. All right, great. If you read a book that says plant only respire at night, then you probably need to report that book or write to the author and ask them to explain their position. It is not an accurate position. It could have been a misinterpretation, but let me just allow you to solve that. What is the purpose of respiration? The purpose of respiration is supposed to provide energy or release that energy in order for the organism to do work. Now, if respiration can't take place in the night, in the day, are you suggesting that there's nothing that the plant can do in the day? I would agree with you that you probably read a book that you got that interpretation from. But if you do, the interpretation should have been the rate of respiration is lower during the course of the day and higher during the course of the night. What's wrong? You're not going to drink the food? You're not going to be a nice boy? All right. All right, great. So Spence, we do appreciate your comment just the same, but it is not so much the most accurate thing to say. You probably could Google and see what's out there. You could talk to your teacher as well. I think your teacher should be able to provide some feedback, and if they can't, they'll just link another teacher, and we'll have conversation around it and come upon a point. But I'm sure that my point is accurate. You know me. If I don't know, I'm going to say I don't know. All right. All right. Thanks, sir. All right. That's all right, Douglas. Uh, like I said, that there is remind me when I go live, sharing my screen, I'll show you the animation that we have for it. All right. And there's something in is it Antindale book that looks at the time for photosynthesis, and we did that in one of our live. So yes, we are sure about that, sir. If I got 40 in paper, if I get 40 in paper one and 20 in paper two, where do I stand? Lord Jesus, Shania Gray. Shania, I don't do that to students. I don't work with the CXC. I can't call your grade or say what it is going to be. All right? And I really don't want to be placed in that position to tell students or predict students' grade, because I really wouldn't want to see anybody's picture going around on TikTok. And then I know that don't do that. Stop doing that. And then I know that I am responsible for it. So I really don't want to do that. I don't want to be in that position to call your grade or tell you what you're going to get in the exam. All right, we do hope that everybody would have done well. We do hope that everybody will be doing well. And so a reason here to be supporting you, and as much as possible to avoid the distraction from those persons who are coming in to post this and post that and pornography and all of that. We are doing everything, right? Of course, we're going to get way more views if we open it up. But it's not so much about views sometimes. It's about helping persons and avoiding the distraction. All right? Everything will fall in place sometime. Lord. Okay, sir. I try. I'm trying. All right. What we know, though, as a fact, is that many of the multiple choice questions are going to be repeated. Usually they are repeated with a few inserted. Also, be reminded that the entire syllabus will be tested on the multiple choice. It's not like paper two where they give you the broad topic. There's no broad topic for the multiple choice. You are going to be tested on the entire syllabus for the multiple choice paper. So you want to ensure that you are doing a lot of practice. If you do a lot of practice, if you do 5-10 years worth of paper, that should be enough to take it to the exam. And I do hope that you are in a position where you can like call your teacher to give their opinion on a particular question or two, and don't be afraid to send that question to us. All right, we continue to say that. All right, Watson. All right, so sir, it's 40 and 20 a pass. I don't know. I don't work with CXC. Depending on what year you would have done the exam. Now, if you did the exam in a year when the grades were not so high, anything probably could be the pass. I don't know, probably. And if you do the exam in a year when when the grades are really, really good, then things might be a little challenging for you. But I really don't know. I can't speak to it. I can't speak to it, and I really don't want to put anybody in that type of position that they start to get anxious and all of that. I just want you to go and just do your best, because you never know. You won't have a chance unless you would have put your best in. So you want to ensure that you put your best in, and then I am sure that you should be proud of the result. You could, of course, improve and whatever the results will be. Is that a 3? I don't know. Yes, I start rewatching your videos. All right. No, I really don't want you to rewatch the videos, Shania. No, I want you to watch the multiple choice. The multiple choice papers for the particular question. That is what I want persons to do. Now, I don't really want persons to go through the live unless you like find a question that is like really tight for you. Then you can go and look for the live or take a textbook. But now we're skewing towards the past paper question, understanding the content and the past paper question. You're a rude boy. You don't want it, so why? Understanding the content and the past paper question, and of course, where possible, we grab the book to assist us. All right? And I don't want anybody to worry about the exam. You're all going to do well. Right? You're all going to do well. I just know that when the papers are out, or the grades are out, you're going to be here. Oh, sir, I did way, way better than I thought I would have. Hi, how you doing, Rayan? Good night. Welcome to the show. Please be reminded if your friends are trying to join, just let them know that I don't think that they'll be able to see the show unless they're a subscriber. This show is subscribers only. All right. So if you're not a subscriber, you really can't see the show. While you're going to see advertise, I don't think you'll be able to access. You can tell me what it's like for those persons who are not subscribed. The subscribers are here coming on for the first time. And I hope I did explain the reason for that. The reason for that is that we're just trying to ensure that we reduce the unnecessary noise and reduce the unnecessary clutter. Make sure that we are really going for what we intend to go for. Not to be cross talking and having persons telling us all sorts of unanswered stories. We don't have time for that. All right, so yes, I start. Okay. Hi, sir. Hi. Good night, sir. Good night. I'm doing a lot of past paper. To. I love the repeated questions. We all love the repeated questions. They bring us closer to our dreams. Yes, I'm aware that a lot of persons will be doing paper one on Monday and Tuesday, depending on whether you are doing HSB or biology. Welcome to the show. It's open for everyone who wants to learn, but I think this evening we are looking more at the persons who are subscribers until we have things probably all sorted out and we can better regulate stuff. All right. So let me see what here. So if you're just coming in, Rayan, I'm not too sure if you can see the post we made earlier, but this post is for biology, and I'll just ask somebody to repost the link for HSB for those persons who are just coming in so that they'll have access to the paper. All right, so we are doing some past papers tonight, but the past papers we are using them from my channel rather than me going through the paper because of lack of resource tonight. We are allowing you to see the paper and go through and get the explanation just the same. Sir, biology was so nice. I wish I wrote it next year. What's on? Was so I wish I wrote it next year. Should be great also. The biology paper. Oh, Tisha, you are saying that? Biology was so. I remember when I had you, when you came on in September last year, you were saying that you're not doing the paper. And because whatever, I remember your challenges. I remember these stories. Sir, I watched 2019 past paper. you think most of the question will come back on 2021 paper? The truth is, we recommend a minimum of 5 years past paper, not just one. So we would have had on the channel, we would have had the 2021 paper. No, we have the 2020 paper. I don't think we got the 2021. We have the 2020, we have the 2019. So we have 2020 for both papers. I think, yes, 2020 for both papers, multiple choice for both papers. But we strongly recommend 5 years worth of past paper, or as way back as 2015, 16 thereabout. Not too sure if we get 25 year thereabout. 2015, 16 thereabout coming up. We think that that would have been adequate for your preparation for the exam. So we really don't recommend any student studying one paper or going through one paper. Of course, while you go through the paper, you will see all the questions are repeated, and you are going to also have a good understanding of a positioning of a question. For example, when you look at a paper, you know that paper number one is going to, question number one is going to be about ecology, right? Classification thereabout. So when you're answering the question, when you get to the exam, you'll have a good idea as to what is it that they're asking about. How should I skew my answer? Because you understand pretty much the placement of the multiple choice questions on the multiple choice paper. It's not the same for paper two, but for multiple choice, the questions are strategically placed. You know that question 50 to 60 is going to be between section D and section E of the syllabus, that type of a thing. All right. So you know where you're going to find life processes and that type of a thing. So that bit, when you do the past paper, you want to make sure that you understand, you're seeing that, you're following that trend. You look at what question is always repeated. You're looking at a question that only a word would have changed. You're looking at a question that, hey, it's the same question, but they would have changed up a couple of stuff, probably the answers or something. But it's the same thing that they're asking about osmosis. It's osmosis they're pretty asking about. That is what I want you to look at while you look at the trend going through the paper. All right, sir, we really appreciate you, your babysitting and still finding time to teach us. God bless you. I'm most grateful, and I think and I like to be here as well. All right, and I what's this? Don't be a naughty boy. Don't be a naughty boy. All right, but he's giving me a little trouble. I wish somebody could help me. He doesn't want to drink his tea. You're not drinking it? No? Here. Nice boy. No, not having anything. All right. All right. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. And we are pretty much, we're planning. We really want to be able to bring education to the Caribbean free, to the world free. We understand the limitations. We understand the access to resource, right? Now, if we can actually get somebody to partner with us, which we are really thinking about seriously, we should be able to bring this thing to you at a level where most schools won't be able to offer it. When we talk about most schools not being able to offer it, for me, all my labs this year were all animations. And these animations were written by me. And of course, what they would have done is to slow down the lab. What's wrong now? Huh? What's wrong? What the animations would have done, they would have slowed down the lab and allowed the students to have a better grasp of what is happening, with, of course, explanation as well. I am sure that many schools don't have access to animation. Unless you go to YouTube and probably you can find something from Europe or something like that. It's a little faster than we do speak in the Caribbean, and the content might not be specific towards the CXC and might not be directed at the CXC syllabus as we do here. So we really want to have that partnership with someone that we can continue to do that. There's also a kid part of what we offer where we're going for lower school so that we can have them grow into the science program. So we have a lot of plans. But like we say, we are really going to be seeing how best we can continue to offer this thing better lighting, better video, better everything. And that, of course, will come with some amount of partnership. All right. So if you know somebody that wants to partner with us, make sure you have them link us up. All right. So read it. Okay. All right, great. That question from Tori, sir, is it okay if I read my whole biology textbook? Will that be necessary? All right. Reading the entire textbook. I'm going to tell you what I think about reading the entire textbook. I consider myself a reflective practitioner. A reflective practitioner. You might be doing things wrong for 500 years, but 501 you can actually change. Now, like all athletes going to the Olympic, they know that they are going to run the 100, the 200, the 300, the 500, whatever they are going to swim. One of the things that they do, they tend to practice in that event. So they don't just think about it and sit and say, okay, I am going to run the 500 meter or the 5,000 meter, and they are training 100 meter. They don't do that. It's the same thing I think about past papers. If you are going to be sitting the exam, it's only fair that you practice with past papers. You will read the entire book, and you might go to the exam and you might have a little challenge interpreting questions. So you want to have a mix of both. So what you're going to do, you're going to be using your past paper where you're having little glitches where you can't answer the questions. Feel free to grab your textbook. Feel free to grab your textbook. But Saturday night and Sunday night, when we take up those past paper and we start to clock into Monday morning, clock into Tuesday morning, then you want to make sure that, hey, I am ready. All right. So don't be afraid to use your paper, your textbook to assist you. No, that's fine. That's fine. All right. All right. The cartoons are very great. I actually love how short and sweet. Okay. So you are talking about what's the difference. We have this show called What's the Difference, where we're trying to make all our videos below 10 minutes. I think we have one at 12 minutes. But what we do, we look at the syllabus for things that are, we're changing how we do things. When we started out, the aim was that we're going to be doing half-hour videos, but now we're looking at videos much, much shorter that the teacher can inject in the lesson. And the lesson is still alive, and it doesn't seem like it's Mr. Wilson in the class is your teacher. So we really appreciate that, and really appreciate that type of feedback where we know exactly what is it that you're looking for. We're looking for a shorter video that tells the story nicely. All right. Sir, you should come in September. You doing a program? I'm not too sure about the program. What I don't understand you, Shania, if I'm going to be doing the program. I'm not too sure what you mean there. We're always going to be online. If that's the thing, we're always going to be online. And we're going to be working feverishly to make sure that we're here and can serve you better. So you said come in September, you do in a program. Not too sure about. Not, I don't know if I understand. The exam was really easy and understandable. Life with Lamar. Interesting. One of the things is that a lot of students I would have heard saying that for those persons who are just joining, we would have posted a link for the 2014 bio paper and the 2015 bio paper. They are all worked and explained. We suggest that you try those out. I'm going to ask somebody. This is the bio link. And if you're an HSP student, just indicate, and I'll just go and get the HSP link and send it to you just the same. All right, so not too sure what's. But sir, I didn't get the information on the clashes. Well, oh yes, Shania. Shania, not a problem. We, uh, I don't even want to say we're working on it again. I'm going to post it in my community as soon as all is available. I'm going to post it in my community. Some of the videos are already on the wall. We're going to, oh, that's the program you're talking about, TCP Academy. Yeah, TCP Academy is a reality. It's a reality. We have some videos loaded already, and we're going to continue to load. Yeah. We're going to be using different type of software over there. I think we're going to be using Telegram over there to reach you. I don't know if you have ever used Telegram. All right. Sir, when I get my job, I will be on your side. Okay, Macmillan, you really helped me when I didn't know my head from my foot when I first started in September doing the subject for the first time. All right, we're looking for that. We're going to hold it to that one. All right, we're going to hold it to that one. I think Tinisha and Otisha is writing down, and the Sosa, they're writing down, and they'll remember. They'll remember that you said that. And they're going to say, Macmillan, you remember to tell sir that? We remember, you know. I also do past papers too. Also. All right, great, Tori. We really wanted to do at least 5 past papers. All right, D'Souza, I am an HSB student. Then D'Souza, you don't get the past paper already. We think we sent it already. You were here. We sent 2 links for past papers. I'm going to send it again anyhow. Don't worry yourself. I was so unsure about writing CXC, and I found her online. My mom and sister are listening. We just love this energy. I thank God for sending you at the time. I have no regrets. I appreciate it. Yes, sir, I will remember. All right, this also, you'll remember. But I'm going to give you this HSB link now, and I want you to remember the questions on it because I don't know how you didn't get it. I don't know you didn't get it. I don't know. See, Google keeps sending me some stuff. They think that somebody else is playing around with the channel because I've been doubling up on some clicking and so on. So they are telling me that seemingly I have some security issues. All right, this also, you have to give me a second. I have to go all back in and log in to get the paper. But I just sent the bio paper for the students who are doing bio, and I'm going to be sending the paper for those persons who are doing HSP. Now, if your friends want to join or your teachers want to join this evening, a very special event, they'll definitely have to be subscribers in order to have access to the channel. And the same will be true as we move along. There are going to be some past papers and some stuff that not the average person can see. If you're not a subscriber, you can't see. While we're here and we're chatting and multitasking and all of that, and you are doing only one paper tonight, just one paper, I have every reason why you should do just one paper tonight. I soon come back to the chat. I got a glance at a graph on a multiple choice paper, and the graph it is a bar chart, but it is one of those column bar chart where parts of a column makes up the whole. So like I did the multiple bar chart and the simple bar chart for you, we would be looking at one bar chart with several different components on it. Now that is I'm going to be looking at those graphs for the multiple choice to make sure that we don't have to skip over them. That's usually very easy though. I think Anna is getting hungry now. I don't know what I'm going to do to get him to eat, but I might just step away from the computer a little while just to have him feed. All right. So Atisha, this Sosa, just let me get your stuff for you. But this Sosa, you should be able to find that. Just go to my channel, click on the blue something that says CSEC Biology TCP, go to the playlist and look for biology. Click on biology playlist, and after you click on the biology playlist, you look for the 2014. Oh, HSB. You are doing HSB. Look for the HSB playlist and click on 2014. HSB is at the top of the list. It has 26 videos in it. And you are doing 2015. Everybody is doing 2015. The persons who are doing HSB, you are doing 2015. And the persons who are doing biology, you are doing 2014. All right? Then I'm going to give you another video at about 9:30 that's a video you're supposed to do 5 in the morning. Now you don't need to see me 5 in the morning. Just follow the routine. If I give you the medication or I give you the prescription, just take the prescription and believe what I say. All right, if you have any challenge, you let us know. All right, here we go. All right, that's the HSV paper. So those persons who are doing biology, you are doing the 2014 paper, we sent you that link. And those persons who are doing HSB, you are doing 2015, we sent you that link. Now the papers are worked and explained. However, feel free to have discussion around any answer. Also feel free to call your teacher to sit in with you. Feel free to call a friend to sit in with you. That's fine with us, all right? And I. All right, so I think this is causing some problem. So I'm going to private it. All right. All right. All right. All right, guys, just give me a bit. I'll be back. Let me see if I can solve a nice problem. be a nice boy. Nice boy. Nice boy. Boy. What's on my here? All right, I hope we're doing well. Okay, so sir, for the HSB paper, I am currently going through number 19. There is an error. All right, which are the paper you are going through? Is it the 20? Tell me which paper you're going through. Tell me the paper that you're going through, and let us look at number 19. Is it 2015 that you're doing by your HSB? Amelia? Amelia? Arrow, question number 19. Which other paper it is? Yes? Sorry. Number 19, there's an arrow. I didn't get that, Macmillan. Yeah, man. What you talk about? Hey, yeah, man, like you're Jamaican. I told a couple of my Jamaican friends how grateful. Okay, I am. So it's a must for me. Okay, great. Okay, sir, I will. Okay. Sorry, Maury. Good night, sir. What should I have in my bar graph to obtain full marks? All right. Which of the bar graph? Because we were that there's a video on our site that we did answer. We did answer to the bar graph. So as to what should have been on the bar graph, we did answer that. We have also done an animation for the food chain. Was it the bio? We did an animation for the food chain. That is the one with the snake and the mealybug and the frog. We have an animation now that explains in depth the food chain and what pretty much happens on the food chain. Sorry, sir. Yes, number 19, the HSB you just sent. All right, so number 19, the 2015 paper, number 19 as an error. All right, I will look at the question. Just give me a bit. 2015, number 9. Ooh. which of the following? Is it a graph question? Number 15 that you got, is it a graph question? The question with the error, is it a graph question? The 2021 paper was answered. You could just go to my channel and you'll get all the explanation for that particular graph. Come, drink it. Come, drink it. Drink it. Come on, come on, be a nice boy. Come on, man. Hmm? It's not a graph. Is it a January? Oh, wow. The one I have on screen is. All right, let me just try and see if I can find that. It's a May, June exam. I have a 2015 on screen, but it has a graph. All right, so let me just try and find that paper. Give me a minute. I'm trying to find the paper. Stop that. Don't do that. Here's your bottle. Sit down. Number 19 is not a graph question. Oh, why do we need a transport system in the human body? Is that a question? Why do we need a transport system in the human body? No, that is not the question. Oh, yes, that's the question. All right, give me a second. What's your answer? What's your answer, Amelia? Transfer substances from one place to another to protect the human from coordination, to produce hormone for coordination, and transport in the body to protect the body against disease. So, Amida, you said which I like, however, you did B. Okay, let me say B. You like A, I did B. Oh, no, 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 no. To produce hormones. Oops. It would have been one, transport substances around the body. Yes, that is correct. And to protect the body against disease, yes, that is also correct. 3 is correct, as you can think about the immune system and you can think about the white blood cells. So 1 and 3, but you said I said 1 and A. That's what I circled on the paper as well. A you said, which I like. I don't understand. I don't understand, Amelia. Just tell me what I circled on that paper. What's my explanation is around on the paper? Sorry, I'm not watching the paper, so that's why I'm asking you that. I mean, like, help me with that. Transport hormone, but I still make what it says about hormone. Produce hormones. I don't like A, I like B. All right. Choose I. Let me see that. I am choosing one, to transport substances from one part of the body to another, and to protect the body against disease. So that would have been 1 and 3, but you are saying I chose 1 and 2. I'm going with 1 and 3. But you selected, oh, I said 1 and 2, but selected B. I'm going with B. I'm going with B. I'm going with B. I'm sorry. I'm going with B. 1 and 3. So I said one thing, but circled something different. I'm going with B. B is the answer. You see, hormones are produced all over the place. The pancreas, the pituitary gland, the ovaries, the gonad, they are produced all over the place. But as it were, for the transport system, it is moving substances from one place to another. But the transport system is also producing white blood cells that are helping to defend the body or protect the body. And then we also have what we call the lymphatic system, which is a part of the transport system that its chief function is pretty much to protect the body. So B is going to be the answer. 1 and 3. B, of course, is your answer. All right, guys, just give me a second. Anna is going to act up now. Okay. Leave it. Leave it. No, sorry. I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to do. Hmm? Huh? All right, if you're just joining, we are doing the HSB students, they are doing the 2015 paper. and the bio students, they are doing the 2014 paper. The links were sent to them with the question answered, and we're going to be giving you another link for a paper that you will do tomorrow at 5, right? Because we want to ensure that we get in probably about 10 papers by then. So you want to save the paper that you would have gotten just now. To save it, all you need to do is to click the thumbs up and it will be saved to your inbox. So you can just go to your YouTube and just click that past paper when you want to watch it, right? So even if I were supposed to private the paper, you would be still able to see the paper because you'd have had the link to the paper. All right, so when I said that this is a little private session, you see how it's going to work out for you. If I were supposed to close on the others, you'd still be able to see them. And I really don't know how to help you. I really don't know how to help you. I strongly suggest though that you drink the tea. What else? What else is there? Huh? You have to drink the tea. Why are you doing that? Why you keep doing that? Why you keep doing that? Good night. We're doing the 2015 and 2014 paper. The bio students are doing 2014. The HSB students, they are doing the 2015 paper. Yeah, up and down, up and down. What's wrong with you? A link was sent in the chat for both papers, where students should be able to access them by those links. Give me a bit, guys. Here. All right. What can I do? Here it is. I don't know. I don't know what you want me to do. What you suggest? Good night. Good night. Good night. The HSB link. All right, so Anna is getting a little. All right, so we are doing the Bio 2014 paper on HSB 2015, and I should be sending another link sometime within the next 15 minutes for the paper that you're going to be doing for tomorrow morning. I might not be available tomorrow morning. As you are seeing, I am doing babysitting, and Anna is getting a little restless now, so you know that my time is sort of winding down. Good night, good night. We're doing the 2015 paper for HSB and 2014 for biology. The papers were sent to the chat, so if you're not seeing, you could just ask somebody to repost them for you so that you'll have them. That one there is the HSB, but the bio was sent earlier. We're suggesting that students should only do one paper tonight. One paper. All right, I am in and out, so I'm not doing anything on screen, but I would have sent the videos to you. Okay, so if you are doing HSB, I think this is the HSB link. Let me just send it again. That's the HSB link. Click on that and it should take you to the 2015 paper. Alright? Alright? What's your objective now? Alright, so you have both papers there, HSB 2015, Biology 2014. The answer of question number 19 is B. What do you want me to do? You want to follow you upstairs? Alright, let me follow you upstairs. Come. I'll be back, guys. Right. Get up. How do you feel? You going to now? Drink it now. All right, let's try again. All right, feel this. Here. All right, just let me just do this. All right, so HSB, I'm going to send another paper. I'm going to be sending the 2016 so that you can see the questions that were repeated on that paper. So this is your paper for HSB for tomorrow. That's a 2016 paper. I'm going to give you the bio paper as well. And I gave you 2014 bio. Into 2014. All right, don't cry, don't cry. Don't cry for me, Argentina. The truth is I never left you. I didn't know this. All right, bio students, I'm going to give you the 2018 paper. I'm not seeing the 2016 nor the 2017, so we'll have to work on that. I'm seeing 12, 13, 14. 2020, 2019. No, 2020. No. I'm going to give you the 2018. We'll get to the others. If you have exams that are at the same time, the examiners will sort that out for you. Don't worry, just go to school, carry your timetable, and show the examiners, and they'll sort that out. All right, guys. You would have seen that Anna is a little restless now, so I am going to be taking my leave, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Yeah. I'm sorry I have to leave so early, but you see what's happening here. So I want you to continue watching those papers, work them out. Where you have concerns, you can send them in the comments, and I will treat them as we move along. Continue to enjoy the rest of your night. You have the 2015 and 14 working on, and then you have the 2016 and 2018. 2016 for HSB and 2018 for bio. All right, make the best of those. All the best. Good evening.